little intro at like the 1 minute mark.
Okay.
And then let them do intros and all that kind of stuff, and then jump back into it.
You want me to unmute? You want me to unmute?
Hey, wow.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the beautiful campus of Montgomery College, where we have a matchup between two teams ranked in the preseason polls in the NJCAA Division I men's soccer. An absolute treat for you here this afternoon, as we will see the Montgomery College Raptors take on the Daytona State College Falcons here at Montgomery College. Thanks for tuning in to this broadcast. We're about 30 seconds away from opening lineups and anthems, and then I will be on the call with you. Caleb Scarborough on the mic and Miles on the camera work this afternoon as we get to watch what we anticipate to be an amazing day of soccer. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be right back after the starting lineups and national anthem here in Rockville, Maryland. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Let's have some fun.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Montgomery College for tonight's matchup between Daytona and your Montgomery College Raptors. Montgomery College is committed to providing an inclusive and respectful environment for everyone. The use of abusive or derogatory language, as well as any violence towards officials, players, coaches, or spectators will not be tolerated and may result in the removal from the stadium and campus facilities. Only players, officials, and team staff are permitted on the field. We kindly ask spectators to remain off the field at all times, including during halftime and after the conclusion of the game. Thank you for supporting Montgomery College Athletics. Enjoy the game. And now, if you could please stand up for the playing of our national anthem. The flag is to the right of the field. And now, we will begin introducing the starting lineup for Daytona. Starting with number 0, Matthew McCall. Number 2, Giovanni Denzetti. Number 5, Cale Saunders. Number 8, Bismarck Ayamba. Number 9, Keyum Mbaba. Number 10, Jose Yuta. Number 16, Filipino Amaro. Number 19, Julian Villegas. Number 21, Fernando Martinez. Number 22, Kyle Bernardo. Number 16, Joaquin Key. And now, introducing the starting lineup for your Montgomery College Raptor. Goalkeeper, number 1, out of Guatemala City, Guatemala, Xavi Fernandez. Number 5, out of Caracas, Venezuela, at defensive, Nicolas Garandino. Number 6 at midfield out of Bloemfontein, South Africa, Ethan Goldstone. Number 7 out of Montreal, Canada, forward Edwin Edelek. Number 9 striker out of Veracruz, Mexico, Oscar Celis. Number 11 at midfield from Bordeaux, France, Owen Laborde. Number 17 defensive out of Germantown, Maryland, Mateo Munoz. Number 20, defensive out of Valladolid, Spain, Miguel Palalova. Number 23, out of Montreal, France, midfield, Kenji Douglas. Number 30, defensive out of Paris, France, Sheikh Sedisao. And last but not least, number 31, out of Stone Ridge, Virginia, midfield, Joshua Defoe. Head coaches Pedro Braz, assistant coach Scott Payne, and referees Alexander Lutman, Ilian Dehan, and Josue Zepeda. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and enjoy the match. Thank you.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Montgomery College broadcast where the Montgomery College Raptors are taking on the Daytona State Falcons here in beautiful Rockville, Maryland. It is an absolutely gorgeous day for soccer here in the DMV. The temperature's right around 73 degrees here for kickoff. My name's Caleb Scarborough, and I'm excited to bring you this matchup between two ranked D1 NJCAA teams. The home team, the Raptors, coming into this matchup ranked 14th in the preseason polls, and they will have a tall task against the visiting Daytona State Falcons. as the Falcons come into this one ranked right above the Raptors at 12th in the preseason polls. We fully expect a high-quality matchup here this afternoon. Early season action for both teams, as everyone is aware, with college soccer, college football, all of the fall sports getting into action this past weekend. So for both of these teams, the Raptors 1-0 overall. They won their first match of the season back on Friday, taking care of USC Lancaster 3-2. Daytona State, this will be their third matchup of the season. They are 1-0-1 overall. They tied their last match, a tough one, a 3-3 tie against the number 7 ranked team, Harcum College, here in Montgomery College on Friday. This is the Tom Bichy Invitational, so we've had a handful of soccer matches take place this weekend, as both teams are getting ready to start this one. Run through the starting lineups here. First, for your Raptors, in the goal will be number 1, Javi Fernandez Mendia. Then at defense, number 5, Nicolas Granadino Murillo. Then at number 6, midfielder Ethan Goldstone. Number 7, the forward Ewan. My page almost flew away on me. Edelic. At forward, number 9, Oscar Alvarado. At midfield, number 11, Owen Laborde. Defense, number 17, Mateo Munoz. Defense, number 20, Miguel Granada. Midfield, number 23, Kenji Vertil. Defense, number 30, Sheikh Sidi Sao. And at midfield, number 31, Joshua Defoe, as we are underway here. And then for the visiting Falcons, in the goal is number 0, McCall. At defense, number 2, Donzetti. At defense, number 5, Saunders. At midfield, number 8, Ayamba. At forward, number 9, Mbamba. At forward, number 10, Yuda. Defense, number 16, Amaral. At midfield, number 19, Villegas. At defense, number 21, Martinez. And defense, number 22, Bernardo. And last but not least, the midfielder, number 26, Joachim Kai. Raptors are rocking the all-black unis today. Not a bad day to wear them, as, like I said, the temperature is gorgeous, about 72 degrees. We've got a light breeze here. Falcons rocking the all blue unis. So that ball's going to go out of play. It's going to be a Raptor throw in here. As I said, both these teams ranked in the preseason polls, which is something that Raptor fans have really come to expect with this team. This is a team that continuously finds themselves in that top 20. Coach Pedro Braz back for another season here at Montgomery College, and his trusted assistant Scott Payne. This duo continues to lead this program into continuously having top 20 seasons. Then on the flip side for the Falcons here, head coach Joe Avalone was named the head coach back in 2023 and quickly has done great work with this team, getting them to be a highly functioning team, ranked in the top 25 in the preseason polls. So both teams have a lot of expectations going into this season. And then also coaching for the Falcons, assisting Coach Avalone, is Jonathan Lopez. So Raptors with the ball here. Daytona State really kind of just sitting back. No high pressure here at the moment. Raptors taking their time, switching the field. Gonna swing it to the far side. And it looks like we may have our first foul of the day, and we do. It's number 17, Munoz, for the Raptors, falling down on that one. Fully expect both teams to really spend some time early in this one, just kind of figuring things out. Early growing pains for both teams. I also expect to see Coach Braz play a pretty deep bench. You'll see on the camera whenever my man Miles is panning it around, you'll see that bench over there for the Raptors rocking those orange pennies. Coach Braz always has a deep bench, and he's not afraid to use it. These early season matchups are really about two things, in my opinion. One, fitness, getting guys that actual playing time. You cannot simulate the fitness levels that you're needed in a match. Here's a good through ball here by Daytona State. Ball played back to the middle. Swinging it one more time, back to the middle, and just a little too strong with that one. That was number 26, the midfielder Kai, trying to play that through ball. It was a good idea, just had a little bit too much on it. That'll go out of bounds, out of play for a goal kick. So I was saying the first thing I kind of expect is really for both teams to really kind of work on that fitness level. That's the big thing early on in the season. The second thing is to find out which lineups you like, and that's a big thing for a coach early on. These matchups obviously matter, but for both teams, this isn't a conference game. This isn't a district game. This is really just an early early season test of two highly ranked teams to kind of see where your program's at early on. But as we know, the season is a grind. It is a long season. So we've got our offsides call here, so the Raptors will restart. Again, Daytona State kind of allowing the Raptors to switch this ball back and forth here. Neither team applying much pressure early on. Bad pass there by the Raptors. That'll be a turnover. First chance for McCall here to send one deep. And we will see an offsides flag come up. Referee says play on. It's a good ball here by the Falcons. This is number 9, Mbamba. Plays it back to Yuta. Yuta back to Mbamba. And nice play there by the keeper. Fernandez Mendia on his toes, out to get that one. Nice little 1-2 combination there between Yuta and Mbamba. Raptors gonna have to keep an eye on number 9, Mbamba. That's the second time I've seen him make some of those quick little passes. He is shifty for this Falcon team. Number 9, Alvarado Celis. He drops it back. Ball played through. Good defense here by the Falcons. Raptors applying that high pressure, able to win the ball back. Good touch there by number 10, Yuta. Here's that midfielder, Kai. He's got space. He beats one. He looks for a shot, and that will take a deflection. Something I like to see there. Get a little bit of space, looking to rip one from deep early. Raptor defender able to get a foot on that one. This Raptors team, as I mentioned, second game of the season. They won on Friday 3-2. And we will have a foul call here. We're going to see if we're going to have a card. Looked like a pretty hard foul. No card, but the referee is going to have a conversation with number 17, Mateo Munoz. I did think that was a pretty strong foul. Not exactly sure who's on the ground right now. I'm telling you, he took an absolute shot on that one. If you back it up on the broadcast and watch that play, it was a rather hard tackle in my opinion. As the trainer is going to have to come out to take a look. Like I said, I'm not sure who exactly is down for the Falcons. All I know is it was a hard tackle. It looked like it went right on his ankle. news is the young man is getting up. Looks like it might be number 16. If I'm seeing that correctly from the top of the broadcast booth here, it is number 16 for the for the Falcons, Filippo Amaral. He did walk off his own strength. That's good to see for the Falcons. You never want to see injuries, but even more so, early season injuries are just brutal. You work so hard all off season to be in shape and have the chance to be able to play, and what happens? You get hurt early and you miss timing. We just hope we don't see that for number 16, Filippo. Back underway here. Ball swung to the middle. Kai gonna take a shot again, and that one just wide. Second time we've seen him rip one from deep, and I think he has the leg. That one wide left. Be another goal kick here for the Raptors. Almost 10 minutes into this match, and some things that are standing out to me early on. Number 9, Mbamba, number 10, Yuda, and number 26, Kai for this Falcons team, causing some fits for this Raptors defense. Haven't seen much from the Raptors offensively. See if they can get something going here. This ball played deep. That one's poked out of bounds by number 21, Martinez. Raptors going to have a throw in here on the near side. Ball headed in, poked away by a Falcon. Good battle up top from number 9, Mbamba, and number 5, Granadino Murillo. That's going to be a battle I expect we're going to see a lot of in this one. Got to play that ball earlier if you're number 11, Laborde. He had two guys making a run. He held on to it and then played it in and almost turned it over. Excellent job tracking back there by Kai. He has really stood out to me early here. Tracking back, making the right plays, looking to shoot and attack early. Oh, here's a turnover here. A chance for the Raptors. Ball played to the middle. One touch. Hit! What a save! What a save! A terrible pass by the Falcons turned into a 2-on-1 opportunity for the Raptors, and the keeper, Matthew McCall, lays out and saves that one from finding the back of the net here early. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to want to rewind the broadcast and see that one, because McCall just saved the Falcons there. A terrible pass, and McCall makes another diving save. What a chance there by the Raptors. That turnover led to a 2-on-1 opportunity, and that is something you want to see early on for your team if you have that chance. Ball wasn't placed the best. It was hit a little bit too close to the middle, but McCall made an excellent save, and the Raptors have their first corner kick. Ball played in, a header, and that one sails over the goal for a goal kick. So Raptors with one really good opportunity to take a lead early. That chance was snatched away by the keeper, McCall. Good step there by number 5, Saunders. Here's number 2, Donzetti. He drops it back to Saunders. One thing you'll notice about the Raptors is they are usually a team that presses pretty high. If they turn the ball over, Coach Braz's team knows that they need to win the ball back and win it back quickly. This ball played over the top, and I believe number 9 Mbambo's offsides, and he was. Referee is going to let play continue since that ball landed safely in the keeper's arms. Big touch there. Nice shot by Kai, knocking that one away. Here's the Raptors. Ball swings to the near side. That ball played through with just a little bit too much pace there. That would have been a tough one for number 7, Adelic, to handle. But you do like that ball coming from number 30, Sheikh Sidi Sow. Through 2 games, this Daytona State team has scored 9 goals. It's a team that knows how to find the back of the net. They're facing a Raptors defense, though, that historically is a really tough team to score on. Ball flicked on there by Utah. '15th minute here at Montgomery College. Caleb Scarborough on the call with you. My man Miles on the camera work. Thanks for tuning in to this Montgomery College broadcast. Early season matchup between 2 ranked teams in the NJCAA rankings. This ball's played out wide. Not a lot of movement here by the Falcons. Great defense there by number 17, Munoz, to poke that one away. As I mentioned, Raptors coming into this one ranked number 14th in the nation in the preseason polls, and they have a tough task today as they're taking on the number 12 ranked team in this Daytona State Falcons. Looks like we're going to have a long throw in here from the Falcons. Ball played in, poked away there by a Raptor defender, number 31, Defoe. Really one good chance for the Raptors. A 2-on-1 opportunity that the keeper McCall laid out for and was able to stop. Raptors with a chance to counterattack. They're going to take it. They're looking to push. Saunders defending on the far side. Raptors don't have numbers. We'll see what they decide to do. Pull it back out. It's a tough pass. Ball poked away. Turnover here by the Raptors. Is that going to lead to a counterattack for the Falcons? It's a tough foul there. I would not be surprised if we don't see a card. Tough call there, Miles, to be honest with you. I probably would have seen the card come out there. It's one of those breakaway opportunities, especially early on when you've got 2 ranked teams like this. A breakaway opportunity. I know it wasn't a super hard foul, but we have seen games get out of hand when something like this happens, so I'm a little surprised we didn't see the referee reach for a card on that one. Raptors still seem to be kind of finding their footing in this matchup. It doesn't seem like one guy or several guys have really made a mark on this match yet. A lot of ways it's felt kind of like they've just been kind of easing into it, trying to figure out what's what. Granted, they had the one great opportunity today, thanks to an almost very costly mistake by the back line of the Falcons. That ball easily cut away there by number 21, Martinez. Nice little 1-2 action here. Here's a Yamba. He's going to play it to the far side. Falcons going to start all the way back here as this one gets sent back to McCall. Falcons do have 3 student athletes up and warming. As I said, kind of the 2 things I expect today is to see both coaches really work on player fitness and work on some different lineups, get some guys some chances here early in the season. Neither team, this isn't a conference opponent, this isn't a district opponent or anything like that. So it's really one of those chances to let your guys that have put in a lot of work on the offseason, a lot of work this summer when it's scorching hot here in the DMV, to be able to get on the field, to be able to show what they've got. These early season opportunities are truly a priceless chance for a coach. I don't have to say that a whole lot, as both these men that helm each program are well known and been doing this for a while. As here's a chance for the Falcons, a breakaway. Play on, just touched out of play. Looks like that is going to be a goal kick. Nice chance there by the Falcons, a breakaway opportunity, an absolute explosion of speed. It was number 7, Shelby Fanor, who absolutely exploded on that one. Starting to see this Daytona State team press a little bit higher. This is really a flip from what we saw in the first 15 minutes of this match. They're starting to apply some high pressure on this back line for the Raptors. Have seen some nice footwork from number 11, Owen Laborde. It's one of those things I've noticed kind of early on is his impact here in the center mid position. Gonna have a foul called here. Gonna be Raptors ball right around midfield. In the 22nd minute here in Rockville, Maryland, a gorgeous day for soccer. About 72 degrees at kickoff. Thanks for tuning in to this Montgomery College broadcast. Montgomery College, part of the Maryland Junior College. As here's a breakaway opportunity by number 10, Yuta. He's going to play it across, a shot and a finish. Yuta. A gorgeous pass across to number 7, Fanner. And that was an absolute no-doubter there.
First minute.
Some absolute speed there from Yuta on the outside, beating his man, taking one big touch, looked up, hit that ball with his left, and sent a beautiful low cross right on the ground. Found Shelby for a one-timer right into the back of the net, and you could not have drawn up a better play if you are the Falcons. As I said, this Raptors back line was getting tested early. Number 10, Yuta. Number 9, Mbamba. And then just moments ago, number 7, Shelby, bearing that one in the back of the net for our first goal of the day here in the 22nd minute. Here's a chance for the Raptors. And that one's saved by McCall. That was number 9 for the Raptors, Oscar Alvarado Celis. And that was number 7, Shelby, trying to find number 9, Mbamba. Here's Yuta with it. He dances, ball poked away. Raptors back line struggling a little bit, and that will be a hard foul. So as I've said, there's been a couple of hard fouls. Me and Miles keeping an eye on things up here, and would not be surprised if we see a yellow come out real soon. Now we see the Falcons kind of drop back into that light pressure. It's one of those things, though, that we've seen when they apply that high pressure. This Raptors backline has struggled, and one of the things I'm noticing early on is there's not a lot of movement up top by the Raptors. These forwards aren't making a whole lot of runs, so these defenders, when they're receiving the ball, they don't really have anywhere to pass it except way down the field, as a big collision in the back there, as our keeper, Javi Fernandez India, comes out and pokes that one away with 2 hands. But going back to it, what I'm seeing so far is not a lot of movement by the forwards up top for the Raptors. This defenders, they're switching the field, they're looking up, but there's just not a lot of movement when it comes to diagonal runs, checking back to the ball. There's a lot of standing, and that makes it really easy for this Falcons defense. The one opportunity the Raptors have had, a real dangerous opportunity, was a bad pass by this back line for the Falcons, turned into a 2v1 opportunity, and McCall just made a beautiful save. On the flip side, Falcons have been kind of applying this high pressure at opportune times, and it's causing this Raptors back line a little bit of a challenge. So we've got a corner kick here for the Falcons. This will be number 26, Kai, playing it in. This ball will be an in-swinger. Ball played in low to the near post. Poked away, hit, and then cleared. So that ball almost makes its way into the stands here. Falcons are not in a hurry to throw the ball in here, taking their sweet time, which I find kind of surprising considering how dominant they've been the last few minutes. This ball's crossed in, headed over the net. That was a dangerous play there. And my goodness, this number 7, Shelby, has been all over the place since he came into this match. If you remember, early on there was an injury for this Daytona State team. I believe it was number 16, Filippo Amaral, took a hard tackle. He came out, and when he came out, they brought in this number 7, Shelby, and my goodness, has he been electric. Gonna have a foul call here. Just a little bit of a touch. I do like to see the referee call that one. You don't want things to get out of hand here. Second game of the season for this Raptors team. So some of these things I'm talking about that I'm noticing are just some of those early season aspects that will get better as the season progresses. This is a Raptors team that is coached by Pedro Braz, who's been doing this for a while and has been doing it at a high level. So, you know, it's working those different lineups. It's getting guys playing together. That's one of the challenges at this junior college level is you don't have guys that are here for 4 years, for 5 years. You've got guys that are here for 6 months. You've got guys that are only here for, my goodness, what a play there. Goal by number 14. And the 28th minute, that one just kind of came out of nowhere. As I was running through talking about this team, this Raptors team, and how it's early in the season, that goal just kind of happened organically in a lot of ways. The ball bounced around a little bit here and there, and a good pass across. Found number 14 for the Falcons. And he was able to bury that one into the back of the net. Number 14 for the Falcons, Daniel Adza. The Raptors quickly in a 2-0 hole here against the number 12th ranked team in the country. We're talking about a 3-goal kind of swing here, Miles, whenever the Raptors had that 2-on-1 opportunity. Wasn't able to connect at about like the 11th minute with McCall making that beautiful save. Then about 10 minutes later, the Falcons score an absolute gorgeous goal, and then 6 minutes later get their second goal. So we need to see this Raptors team do something a little bit different. Don't have anybody warming up yet for Coach Braz. He's sticking with this lineup. Sometimes you've got to let some of these growing pains happen, especially early in the season. And as I was saying before that second goal, Coach Braz has been doing this a while. He's been doing it at a high level. And when you're in these early season matchups, it really is about just figuring things out, getting that continuity. And sometimes you got to play some really hard teams. As here's another chance. Ball hit with the left right off the post. Yuta hit that one with his left. That ball was bending and bending away and just hit the post and scraped off. Good positioning there by the keeper, Fernandez Mendia. So 2-0 is our score here in Montgomery College. As we reach the half-hour mark here in the first half, this Raptors team, second game of the season, and for the Falcons, their third. This Falcons team had a absolute dogfight the other night as they took on Harcum, the number 7 ranked team in D1 JUCO soccer. Tied that one 3-3. And they have jumped all over the number 14th ranked team, the Raptors, in this first half. Nice little 1-2 combination there. Yuta doing a great job of just making the smart play, the simple play. Good breeze up here at Rockville, Maryland. As here's a chance for the Raptors. Ball swung over. Here's number 23, Virgil Derulis. He falls a little bit, makes a bad pass. Ball finds its way back to him. He gets knocked down. That's shoulder to shoulder, ref says. We'll play on. Raptors still have the ball. Not a great pass there by the Raptors. These passes have just been a little bit off today. Raptors applying this high pressure. Here's a turnover. And that will be a foul there. Good spot here for the Raptors on a free kick. This one about 26 yards out. See what the Raptors draw up here. Dangerous spot here for this Falcons defense. Raptors ask for 10 yards. Looks like number 11, Owen Laborde, standing over the ball. Expect him to put this one on goal. Laborde shoots, and that one goes all the way over the goal and all the way over the net into the woods. For whatever poor chap has to go get that one, at least it's sunny and it's not 9 o'clock at night, Owen, so missed opportunity here for the Raptors, and that's kind of been the story here in the first 30 minutes of this first half. Looking for a cross here. Here it is. Played to the near post and poked in. My goodness. Number 10, Yuta. You are going to have to put a body on this young man. There are a couple of guys that have just been all over the field. Number 10, Yuta, is not somebody you want to leave running wide open down the heart of your defense. The Raptors lucky to not give up a third goal. And Yuta's going to be fouled here. Raptors do have a couple of student athletes up and warming, as do the Falcons. That is going to be a foul. And we're going to have a stoppage of time. And Owen, here comes that yellow card I've been talking about for a while. It is going to be a yellow on number 31. So number 31, Joshua Defoe, picking up that yellow card. Really a long time coming, in my opinion. There's been some tough tackles, and that one was one of the tougher ones. Something the referee definitely needs to do to maintain control, as we will have a handful of substitutions here. Get those for you while they take place. Looks like for the Falcons, number 18, Joey Foreman's going to come in. looks like that's going to be a quick foul. This foul is going to take place on number 17, Lance Talley. It's going to be a dangerous spot for a free kick. Talley was not happy about that one. It looks like he may have gotten hit in the eye. So this one's about 27 yards out here. Wouldn't be surprised to see the Falcons run some sort of play, as they've done that several times already. Referee's blowing the whistle. Here's a shot from Yuta, and that one's going to find its way into the trees. It's one of those where you want to absolutely crush one, and you probably lean back on it a little bit too much, and it finds its way over all the nets into the trees. 35th minute here. Raptors trailing 2-0 thanks to a pair of goals within 6 minutes by the Falcons. As I've said, this Raptors offense just has not had many opportunities, and a lot of it has just been, in my opinion, not some poor movement up top. As here's Shelby, and he's going to be cut down again, and this is going to be another yellow card going to come out here. As this Raptors defense is flailing right now. This speed on the outside, whether it's number 7 Shelby or it's number 10 Yuta, has been devastating to this Raptors defense, as this foul took place just outside the box. Gonna see this one kind of played similar to the way a corner is played, so really like a shorter version of a corner with the location of this ball. 2 in the wall here. Ball crossed, headed on. Ball still bouncing around. Raptors able to get to it. Looking to get it out. Nice defense there by number 22, Bernardo. Shoulder-to-shoulder play, you'll love to see that. And that will be a goal kick. Raptors make a substitution here. Teo Munoz is back on for the Raptors. Like I said, the movement up top has just not been good for this Raptors team. Perfect example, they're just not on the same page right there. You've got one guy checking to the ball, wanting to get at his feet, and then the defender kicking it over his head as if he's making a line run. There's just been a little bit of confusion from this offense that has not been able to alleviate this pressure that the defense continues to see, as here comes Shelby with it again. Ball kicked in! No goal! Ball bounces around, header! And we will have an offsides. Holy smokes. What a shot by number 17, Lance Talley. That ball hit the underside of the crossbar, bounced down, went out of play. And then we have an offsides flag. Referees are going to have a conversation, but man, that ball from Talley, I thought it was in. See what the referees are talking about here, but Miles, from my perspective, I thought that ball, I thought it went in. It's a goal. It's a goal. I think you're going to want to rewind that one. Ladies and gentlemen, but from my vantage point up here, that ball looked like it hit the underside of the goal, bounced down, and was in. Lance Talley with an unbelievable shot in the 37th minute. I'm going to pull up the broadcast myself and back up just a little bit, because that was an unbelievable shot, as I want to get one more chance to look at it as well. Referee is still talking to Coach Pedro Braz, trying to figure out what exactly took place. Coach Braz understandably upset because they called offsides. Referee then goes and talks to the assistant and then changes the call. As I'm taking a look at it one more time here, I believe this hits the back of the net, Miles. As I scroll back on it one more time, as we keep an eye on this conversation taking place. That is a tough call here.
So it's not no goal.
So now we have a reversal of the call. So Miles, let's rewind real quick for the ladies and gentlemen at home. Tally rips the ball in. I thought it was in. All right, it wasn't in at the original call. Ball bounces down. A Falcon then heads the ball in. We see the assistant referee raise his flag for offsides. We're like, oh, all right, ball isn't in, it's offsides. Then referee goes and talks to the assistant referee who had his flag raised for the offsides, who then reverses the call. He points to midfield to say it's a goal. Then more conversation takes place, and now they've reversed the call again, and I believe we're back to an offsides call. And after all of that, I think we may have an offsides call is what the call is going to be. And we are underway, and it is still 2-0 here. That's definitely one of those I'm going to have to go back and watch a little bit, because that shot from Tally looked like it was in. Referees have switched the call 2 times, and we landed on it being offsides. So a huge break here for the Raptors. They need some sort of offense here, some sort of momentum going into this half. As offensively, they have struggled a bit looking for anybody to make some good runs, to make some good movement. There's Tally playing it to the far side as the Falcons switch the field. And we will have a foul call here. Eventful first half here at Montgomery College. Beautiful campus here in Rockville, Maryland. These two nationally ranked NJCAA teams. And the Raptors going to be called for another foul here. That's going to be on number 33 for the Raptors. Jet Ryan Reed. Looks like we may have another injury here. Not sure who this is, but it looks like they're holding their head. Anytime you see somebody holding their head, it's an immediate stoppage of the match. Concussion's one of those really important and big deals here in the game of soccer. It's good to see looks like that's number 8, Bismarck Yamba. He is up and moving, which is good news. Cross in, headed away by the Raptors. Doing a better job on these crosses. Yep, that is going to be a foul call here. Something that number 22 I've been impressed with Kyle Bernardo is the way he kind of finds those 50-50 balls before they become 50-50 balls. So it's those plays that you know are going to be a 50-50 chance, and he picks those up early enough that those 50-50 balls turn into his 100% of the time. He's just able to see the game just a little bit faster and reacting a little bit quicker than the Raptors are right now, which has been huge because it's allowed this Falcons team to keep pressing. Raptors with a chance here. And that ball is going to be poked away. Good poke there by number 11, Laborde. He's really been, for me, the bright spot of this Raptors team in the first half. He's done a decent job finding the right plays, making the right passes, but what's really stood out to me is really his footwork. He's got incredibly fast feet. For a guy that's not very tall, you have to be able to have quick feet. If you're not going to be one of the biggest guys out on the field, you need to be able to be one of the quickest guys out on the field. Get a lot of contact here. It's one of those things we kind of noticed early on that I wanted to point out was you've got two teams that are trying to figure out their identities, but you've got two teams that are early in their season. Some of that early season frustration kind of builds. It's one of those things, too, you've been practicing against your team for so long that you're finally getting to take out some of that aggression on a different team. And that's led to some of these fouls, I think, early on. Some of these that have been a little bit heavy. Referee's done a pretty good job keeping this match in check. That ball's punched away there by Fernandez Medina. Here are the Raptors. Ball poked away here. He's got to be quicker with that one. That was number 8, Marcelo Martinez. He saw the pass. He's just got to be quicker with it. Winding down to the end here of this first half.
Less than 1 minute remaining in the first half. Less than 1 minute remaining in the first half.
Falcons going to take their time here and let this clock tick closer to that 45-minute mark. And if you're the Raptors, I think you're a little bit happy about that. If you're Coach Braz, you want a chance to be able to chat with this team. Take a look and see if you need to make some additional subs, if you need to change some lineups, change some formations, what you may need to do. But so far, this first half, that speed on the outside has been a problem for this Raptors club. As that should bring us to the halftime whistle.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies
and there it is. There is the halftime whistle. Raptors trailing 2-0 here. Quick little recap for you. First opportunity of the afternoon was the Raptors had a 2-on-1 chance in about the 11th minute. But the keeper, McCall, made a beautiful save for the Falcons, keeping the Raptors off the board. And then our first goal of the match in the 22nd minute, as number 10, Yuta, played a beautiful ball across to number 7, Shelby, who buried it into the back of the net. And then 6 minutes later, number 14, Daniel Adza, made it a 2-0 lead here for the Falcons. A lot of conversation here with the referees at halftime from both sides. Definitely going to be keeping an eye on things as this second half gets underway in about 14 minutes. Thanks for tuning in to this Montgomery College broadcast. Caleb Scarborough on the call here with you. We'll be back in about 14 minutes for second half action against two top 25 programs here in junior college men's soccer. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half here at Montgomery College, where the Raptors trail 2 goals against the Daytona State Falcons. Caleb Scarborough on the call here with you, with my man Miles on the camera work. We are blessed to be here with you today on this gorgeous last day of August. About 75 degrees here in Rockville, Maryland. We are in the DMV area, for those of you unaware of where Montgomery College is located. We've got 2 teams that are ranked in the top 25 in the preseason D1 rankings. Falcons ranked 12th overall, Raptors at 14th. And that first half, it truly was all Falcons, as they got the scoring started in the 22nd minute and then followed up with their second goal of the match 6 minutes later in the 28th minute. Raptors offense has been an issue in the first half, as they did not look to have much going on. Be interesting to see what Coach Braz will do here in the second half. One big change for this Falcons team: new keeper, number 1, DeCola Douglas, in the goal for the Falcons. And as we see other new subs and things like that, I will call them out. One of them that stands out to me is number 24, Bente Bruns. He is in the match for the Raptors, playing that center midfield role. Here's Alvarado Celis with it now. He switches it near side. Raptors looking to press. Here's a ball played through the middle. Not a great pass there by number 21. Another substitution for the Raptors. That's Tomas Munoz. Kai doing a great job breaking through that press, as he has everybody and their mom try to steal that ball from him. And he draws the foul there. I'm pretty sure Kai just beat 5 different Raptors before somebody said, you know what, not going to beat a 6th one of us, and just knocked him down. First half really stood out in a couple ways for this Falcons team. The first person for me that really stood out was number 10, Utah, number 9, Mbamba, number 26, Kai, and number 7, Shelby. All of those student athletes played just incredible soccer in that first half, as we've got a bad yellow card here by number 22. That's Kyle Bernardo. It's going to be a delay of game yellow card there. Not something you want to see, especially when your team's up 2 goals. Ball played deep. Raptors trying to get onto it. Good shoulder-to-shoulder challenge is going to lead to a Raptors corner kick on the far side of the field. This will be the second corner of the afternoon for the Raptors. Raptors have 4 shots on goal recorded. Two of them have been opportunities that McCall, the goalie in the first half of the Falcons, was able to reject. This is going to be an in-swinger. Ball played out, let through, shot, wide. That was number 6, Ethan Goldstone. Nice design of a play there by the Raptors. That ball was played in. Number 24, Bruns, stepped over it. Ball found its way to number 6, Goldstone, who hit it with the inside of his right foot, trying to just hit that and bend it to that far post. Good opportunity there from the Raptors and a good play drawn up. Nevertheless, they still trail in this one 2-0. Gonna be a foul here on the far side. We're gonna have a stoppage of play. This, Miles, I don't know about a yellow card here, to be honest with you. But again, you don't want this game to get out of hand, so that is going to be a yellow card on number 10, Utah. It's one of those things, I don't necessarily love that yellow card, but we don't want this game to get out of hand, and that's something that we see happen a lot whenever referees aren't willing to reach into their pocket. And so it's one of those things, pull out the yellow card, set that tone, especially in this game. It's 2-0. The Raptors seem a little bit frustrated, but that'll be just fine. Nice overlap here. Ball played in. Header just goes wide there. Nice looking cross. That was number 31, Defoe. Wasn't able to get a really good hit on it as he goes shoulder to shoulder and wins that one. Watch out here, Miles. Good tackle there. Smart tackle by number 2, Donzetti. I like to see that when a student athlete gets up and they're looking to make the smart play. It's not a dangerous play. He played a smart play. It was shoulder to shoulder. It was clean. He lost. He got back up. He won the ball. Not a great cross there. Raptors had something going for them and just kind of kicked that one away. Ball ended up in the hands of the keeper, the new keeper in the second half, Douglas. Besides that one reversal of a call back in that first half where we went from offsides to goal, back to offsides, I think the referees have done a pretty good job handling this match. I mean, you've got two teams that have some very talented players and physical players as well, and I think the referees have done a good job of really handling this one, giving out some yellow cards for things, kind of setting the tone. You know, my one critique is really that reversal back and forth between offsides, goal, offsides. Like, that one is a tough one to rebound from, but from a non-coaching perspective, to be up here watching it, besides that little waiver back and forth, I think they've handled this one pretty well. So Raptors with a couple of bad passes in the back. It's going to lead to a corner kick here for the Falcons. Got a stoppage of time here, which isn't our first one. Had quite a few guys going down with some injuries. As they do, that's a chance for us to remind you to keep track of all things Raptors by visiting mcraptors.com, where you can stay up to date on all things fall sports. And happening this fall, we've got men and women's soccer and volleyball. So make sure you tune into things, keep track of everything Raptors at mcraptors.com. Caleb Scarborough on the call here with you this afternoon. My man Miles on the camera work. And it looks like Raptor is okay. That is number 24, Bruns, who went down, so he's going to step off the pitch. And the Raptors are going to be down a man. We'll see if the referee is going to allow him to bring somebody new in. And he does. So we actually had 2 players down there, Miles. I only saw 1 down, but 2 Raptors just walked off the field. So 2 new Raptors coming back in. It's going to be number 8, Martinez, and then another one of the starters, number 30, Chach CD. And hopefully we'll be back underway. We've had quite a few stoppages in this one. Still waiting on the kick here. Still waiting on the kick. Still waiting on the kick. The anticipation. Oh, ball's played in. And a rip. That one's going to go wide. A lot of anticipation on that one, Miles. I didn't know when he was going to kick it. But you know what? We're going to do it again. Another corner kick here. It's almost like one of those when somebody's shooting a free throw, like we may need to start like timing it and stuff, because he's about to get a yellow card with how long he's taken. Like, just like with a free throw, you have 10 seconds. You don't have to just kick it in 10 seconds, but the referee is one more of those slow corner kicks away from giving him a yellow. And offside flag's going to go up here. Referee hasn't seen it yet, and he does. So offsides, it'll be Raptors ball. 53rd minute. Here's Kenji with a little bit of space. That's a second bad pass we've seen from Kenji, trying to play that through ball that he either hits too hard or he's hitting too soft. I'd rather see him take those dribbles into that space and then try to play it. He's playing that through ball just too early, and the defender is just reading it like that every time. And we have another stoppage play here. Another Raptors player down on the ground. Looked like he might have gotten hit in the head with something. Athletic trainers for the Raptors getting a killer workout in today. As we have another injury, I'll give you some updates on some other sports across Montgomery College. Women's soccer, they are 0-1. They've only had one matchup so far. They lost that one. Next matchup's going to be on September the 4th, as they're going to take on Hagerstown Community College. You can catch that one here at home and also at the Montgomery College YouTube channel. Women's volleyball is 3-3 overall, 1-1 in the region. They are on a 3-game winning streak. Dropped their first 3, and they've ripped off 3 in a row. And today they are taking on Richard Bland College. They are at Monroe University for the Monroe Invitational. They actually have 2 matches today. Again, keep track of all things Raptors at mcraptors.com. It's a busy part of the season as fall sports are underway, men and women's soccer and volleyball here at the college. And before you know it, it'll be basketball season as well. So make sure you're keeping track of things at mcraptors.com. We are back underway after a lot of stoppages and whistle being blown. And here's another one, and we're going to stop the clock again, Miles. This time it's going to be a yellow card. It's going to stop it for us. Trying to see who that one was given to. I think it was given to... I'm still trying to see who exactly they gave this yellow card to. Stats have it on Mateo Munoz, number 17. So that's what I'm going to go with as well. All right, might as well see if we can have a full minute of no stoppages of the clock. That's something we've had challenges with the past couple of minutes. I believe the last 3 minutes of gameplay has taken us about 15 minutes of actual real life time. You know, soccer's supposed to be one of those sports that clock just keeps flowing. Lots of stoppages today. Right now we are at 5 yellow cards. And I'd probably say we're at about 5 different injuries in which we've had to have help come on the field. So it's been a physical game to say the least. Ball thrown in here, flicked on. I like that play. Here's Shelby. We know he can absolutely fly. He crosses it in, but there is nobody except for Hernandez Mendia, who's easily going to grab that one. Shoulder-to-shoulder battle here. Like to see that between two competitors. Lots of space here. Take your time and dribble it up. This is number 23, Kenji. He's going to dribble mid. Switch the field. I like that ball. Good touch. Ball poked away. Raptors doing a little bit of building here on offense. You like to see it. Here's a cross. Doesn't find a single Raptor. Big touch here. Ball poked away. And here is number 26, Kai with it. To Denzetti, and the Falcons are looking to get it out of their offensive third. Excuse me, defensive third. Kai somehow gets that ball back. He's done that all day today. Like, even when it looks like he's about to lose it, his speed and really just his agility, able to get that ball back. Here's a chance. Spin, poke! What a save! Hernandez Mendia, it looked like that ball was going to just sneak by him as number 9 Mbamba just kind of was falling back, poked it with his toe. Nice save there by the keeper. Keeping this one at a 2-goal deficit. Raptors have spent more time in the second half on their offensive third, which is good news. As this ball finds its way in, and an absolute collision here between Douglas and the forward. I think that was a 50-50 ball. I mean, you're always going to be warned a little bit when you hit the goalie, but honestly, that battle between Douglas and number 9 for the Raptors, Oscar Alvarado Celis. To me, that's a good call there. You know, both of them going for the ball, nothing malicious there. Good to see Douglas get up. I mean, most of the guys we've seen today, if they get touched, Miles, need to have some sort of assistance to get off. So Douglas, he's like, heck no, man. I didn't get to play in the first half. Coach has got me in now. You better believe I'm staying out here. Here's Kai. We know what he can do with the ball. He has it poked away, but I'm pretty sure that was a foul. And it was. Got a lot of conversations taking place here between the referee and a handful of student athletes. Looks like some complaining that he's kind of tired of hearing. Looks like that took a deflection, so it will be a corner. Going to be an in-swinger here for the Falcons. Ball played short. Back out. Denzetti rips it, takes a deflection. Ball still alive. Couple deflections, and we see an offside flag come up here. About to hit the 1 hour mark here in this match. Raptors trailing 2-0. Neither team has scored in the second half. Raptors have had more opportunities in the second half, but nothing has come to fruition. That ball poked through. Looked like he may have been offsides, but they say play on! And that one goes wide. What a chance there by the Raptors. It sure looked like number 9, Alvarado, was offsides. They said play on. That ball just slid across the goal. What a chance there for the Raptors, and that's good to see if you're Coach Pedro Braz, because in that first half there were not many chances. That there, a huge opportunity. Can the Raptors break through here and get some sort of momentum? Good win there by number 6, Goldstone. Gonna have a couple substitutions here. Looks like number 17, Tally. And then it looks like number 7 for the Raptors, Idelic, is gonna check back in. That ball not hit hard enough at all. Tally almost stole it. Here's a chance for the Falcons looking to counterattack. Shot. Save. Expecting a little bit more there from Utah, if I'm to be honest with you. He has been fantastic. And that one, it looked like he could have taken another step and would have beaten Fernandez Mendia pretty easily. Instead, it looked like he kind of rushed that shot. It wasn't well placed. And Fernandez Mendia able to snag that one, keep this at 2-0. Will be a foul call there. Little dribbling there by number 8, Martinez. Raptors have a cross, not able to do anything with it. And that will be a foul, and we will have another yellow card come out here. This will be on number 21. Tomas Munoz is going to pick up the yellow there. That is going to be our 6th yellow card of the match. Like I said, it has been a physical match. Here's Adelic, plays it near side to Kinji. Kinji beats 1, beats 2, not able to beat 3. Somehow the ball finds its way to Adelic again. He shoots from deep, and that one falls into the hands of Douglas, the keeper. Raptors have looked much better here in the second half. They haven't been able to break through, but offensively and defensively, they have looked a lot better. They have not been beaten on the outside as much as they were in that first half. We haven't seen Yuta as much in the second half. We haven't seen Mbamba much in the second half. And those two guys, and Shelby as well, really seem to dominate and have their way with this Raptors defense. In the second half, they've been much more limited. Free kick here for the Raptors. They're going to play it in like a cross. Ball played in, easily flicked away. Here's Tally, trying to find. So we get a nice little wind gust up here. And we are going to have a foul, and we are going to have another yellow card because we haven't had enough of those here in this one. As we have a nice chunk of wind that's coming through here right now. Try to shield my microphone so that way you don't have to hear all of that wind. Granted, Miles and I are not going to complain about a little bit of a breeze up here. But for those of you listening at home, it might be a little bit annoying, so apologies for that. So yellow card there was on number 9. Mbamba. It's going to be a free kicker for the Raptors. Another one of those. Ball played in. Floating, floating, floating. Bounces once. Headed. And it looks like we had a foul called. Chance here for the Falcons. Raptors do a good job of poking that one away. Big cross in here, trying to find Tally. Great defense here, and great job by Fernandez Mendia, the keeper. As this is something I've noticed a little bit too. He's done a great job, I think, with his positioning, with making some good reactions. I haven't been impressed with his delivery, and what I mean by that, I haven't been impressed with the way he delivers balls to his teammates. A lot of times it's rushed. A lot of times it's not, doesn't seem well thought out. Sometimes when I think the Raptors play it short and build out of the back, he's kicking it down the field, and so it's one of those things. Just kind of wanted to slow down and kind of reassess the field a little bit before he just looks to push it. Cross in, wide open shot, and a block. Nicholas Granadino Murillo, where did you come from, sir? That looked like a guaranteed goal there by Mbamba. Number 5, Nicholas, came out of nowhere to kick that ball away. We'll have a corner kick, and Kai is definitely on his final straw here on taking too long with corners. So if he takes about 5 more seconds, this referee is going to be giving him a nice little yellow card. See, he rips that one in almost like it was a shot. I'm not sure if anybody touched it, and if they did, it's going to be a corner again. And it's going to take Kai probably about a whole minute to get over there, as we are at the 67-minute mark. We'll see how long it takes for this corner kick to get delivered. As we wait for him to make that long jog, a reminder to keep track of all things Raptors at mcraptors.com. And Kai is there, and it only took him 27 seconds, which is much faster than I anticipated. This is definitely hitting that period of the match where we're going to see this Daytona State team take their sweet time to make subs, to throw the ball in, to get up from a foul. You know, it's all part of that gamesmanship. That is soccer. Here's number 7, Adelic, with it. He has 0 help. He is cut down. And it is no foul call. Referee says a little bit too much acting there. No foul is the call. Kenji with it, swings it midfield. That's Laborde. He takes a shot, and that one falls harmlessly into the arms of the keeper, Douglas. Nice defense there by Owen. Raptors do have numbers here. Lots of dancing on the outside with not a whole lot to show for it. It's number 23, Kenji. I've been impressed with him a couple times, but what I'd like to see from Kenji is to use some speed. He does a lot of dancing, and that dancing is great and all, but you have to have some change of pace. You have to have some changes in your speed when you're dribbling, and for Kenji, it's a lot of dancing, but it's all dancing at the same speed. Are going to be a couple substitutions here for the Falcons the next chance they have. As I said, I expect the substitutions will be mini and very slow, because that will be a foul. I don't think that was yellow card worthy. Referee disagrees, though. I thought simply that was just a grabbed his leg. Wasn't anything malicious there. I am a bit surprised at the yellow on that one. I mean, I will say I've been impressed with Denzetti most of the day, because he's taken some hard hits and he's delivered some hard hits, but to me that was just a man was dancing on the sideline and you just kind of mistimed your tackle a little bit. So to me that's a little bit of a stretch of a yellow. That puts us at 8 overall. Raptors going to take this one kind of like it's a corner. Ball swung in, Douglas out, and Douglas grabs. We're in the 71st minute here. Raptors with under 20 minutes to go to try to tie this one up. So right now they face a 2-goal deficit. Kai goes shoulder to shoulder. He loses that one, which is Something hasn't happened much today. Here goes Kenji. I want to see him attack with speed. Attack with speed. Instead, he pulls it back. He's going to try to float it over the top, and it's going to be a turnover by the Raptors. Here's Tally. Falcons with a chance here. Tally from deep and saved. Would have liked to see Tally take another dribble or two. He had number 9 in Mbamba to his right. I would have liked to seen a little two-man action going on there, but nothing there for us. Nice turn there by Tally. He still has it. He's got some help. Here's Yuta flying down the middle. What great defense there. Excellent defense there by the center defender. I believe that was number 20, Miguel Granada Penalva. Did an excellent job with that one. And the Raptors dribbling down the other side. Hard hit. But that was shoulder to shoulder, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. Nice play there. Denzetti tried to switch it, not enough on that one. As here's Tally with it again. He's going to switch to the far side. Falcons have a chance, but a nice stick there by number 17, Munoz. Munoz doing an excellent job in the second half. Starting to see some tired legs here, Miles, and what I mean by that is there's a lot of empty space here in that middle of the field, and that's when you can kind of see legs are getting tired. They're not getting back as a midfielder. The defense isn't pushing up, and that's something I'm kind of seeing here from both teams is maybe some tired legs, maybe some early season fitness aspects of it. And again, two things I really think about early in the season as a coach is, one, you want to get guys playing to get those fitness levels up. Granted, these are college students that should be coming in well trained, ready to go. But two, you also want to try out some different lineups, see some different things. And for the Raptors in the second half, I have been much more impressed with them overall in this second half than I did in the first half. So I'm laughing at this one because number 2, Denzetti, he gets fouled, and he turns and immediately looks at the ref and raises his hand for a card because, I mean, I can't blame him here. Like I said a few minutes ago, Miles, I didn't think the foul that he had on the near side was yellow card worthy. In my opinion, that foul that just happened to him would have been the equivalent of what he did. And if he's going to get a yellow, I think it's very fair for him to point out that the other guy should have gotten a yellow for that tackle as well. Approaching 75 minutes here. Raptors still trailing 2-0. Not a lot of movement up top from the Raptors. Seeing a lot of standing still. Need to see some diagonal runs. Need to see people checking back to the ball. There's now 3 Falcons trying to sub into this game. There's not been a single chance for them to check into this match. As we have another yellow card, because why not? This one's going to go against number 8, Marcelo Martinez. And if my calculations are correct, that is going to be our 9th yellow card. So Falcons hoping to get in some subs at some point. Here's Tally with it now. He turns, plays it outside to Utah. Utah with a shot. That one's going to go way over for a goal kick, which will bring us an opportunity for some subs to come in. Raptors not making any subs, and nobody's warming up on the bench. Nice hustle there by number 8, Marcelo Martinez. I like to see that. He wins the ball back, takes a lot of contact. Referee's not going to call anything, and he is going to call that. And if Martinez isn't careful, he is going to get a second card, and that's going to be a red. Well, bad news just becomes worse news here for the Raptors as Martinez picks up a second yellow, which will translate in soccer terms, yellow plus yellow. I don't know if there's any color theorists out there. Yellow plus yellow doesn't make red, but in the game of soccer, yellow plus yellow does make red, and Martinez will be on the bench for this one, and he will miss an additional match as well. And also for the Raptors, they will now be playing with 10 for the remainder of this one. So we're up to 10 yellow cards and 1 red card on this one. I knew this would be a competitive match between these two teams. However, I did not anticipate it being a double-digit card day. I really thought after the first couple in that first half, the referee kind of set the tone and guys kind of understood like where things lied. And then the second half, I kind of pointed out a few of them I thought were a little ticky-tacky. But again, if the referee's trying to set that tone, but the guys haven't adjusted. I mean, that's the problem. The guys have not adjusted to this referee saying, dudes, I'm going to card you when you do these types of things. And that's how we've gotten to double-digit card situation here. And 1 red card for the Raptors as they will be playing with 10 for the rest of this one. Chance here for the Raptors, though. Here's a shot from deep, takes a couple deflections, and finds its way to Douglas. Excellent job there by number 9, Oscar Alvarado. I feel like he's played much better over the past 10 or 15 minutes. Him and number 6, Ethan Goldstone, have really stepped up, I think, in the last 15 or so. Here's Kenji on the far side now, doing that dancing like I talked about. He loses it. And here comes Kai. You don't want to give him space. Here's Yuta. Back in. Cut. Still going. Still has the ball. He's knocked down. Referee says, get up. And now we've got all sorts of extracurriculars going on again, Miles. Why not have another yellow card? Because it's more fun that way. Puts us at our 11th yellow card of the day. mutes on the far side, and we are about to have more and more yellow cards shown, Miles. And like I said, another stoppage of play, another yellow card. These guys have absolutely lost control of their tempers. They've lost control of what they're out here to do. They have lost their cool. They have lost their composure. Just completely reckless soccer being played now between almost everyone, as we just see a red card get pulled out. So second yellow card on Munoz, and like I said a little bit earlier, yellow plus yellow means red card here. So the Raptors will now be playing with 9 student athletes on the field, and that will be the Raptors, get my calculations correctly, 9th card, as they continue to lose their composure in this one, which is something that's you don't expect to see from a Coach Braz coach team. I'm sure there's going to be some choice words shared with this club, because this is not what's expected here. And they've had their chances and have just really lost their composure. I really felt, Miles, in this game, there was some hard tackles, there was some shoulder to shoulders, but I felt like the referee was pretty clear on like what's a yellow, and I felt like that's been the case most of the game, and we just haven't adjusted. We haven't adjusted to the physicality. We haven't adjusted to what is being called, and have lost our composure, and now we're playing with 9, down 2 goals with 10 minutes to go in this one. Back underway here. That ball shot on, poked away, and it is going to end up in the back of the net. That will move it to 3-0 for the Falcons. Not too surprising there when you're down by 2 men. It's hard to match up appropriately. And that one finds its way into the back of the net. From our vantage point, that looked like that was number 20 that scored it, but we'll wait to confirm that. Goal was by number 20, Carlos Rojas, in the 80th minute. First goal here in the second half. Raptors are playing with 9, as a pair of double yellows has made the Raptors fall into a deeper hole here in this early season contest between the number 12th ranked team in the country, and they have shown it today. They have really brought the hurt to this Raptors team. Early in that first half, it looked like it could have been a 5-6 goal game. Raptors did a much better job in the second half. I would say for the first 15-20 minutes of the second half, it looked like the Raptors were going to cut the lead in half or have a chance to get some sort of momentum, and each time this Falcons team was able to bend but not break. And then for the Raptors, the train truly fell off the rails as they lost their composure a couple times, made some ill-timed tackles, some poor decisions, and that's led to them trailing by 3 and only having 9 guys the rest of the way here in Rockville, Maryland. Reminder to keep track of all things Raptors at mcraptors.com. Thanks for tuning in to this Montgomery College broadcast on the Montgomery College YouTube channel. Caleb Scarborough been on the call here with you this afternoon. My man Miles on the camera work for us. This game is under 8 minutes to go. Give you an update on the Raptors schedule so you know when their next match will be. That will be on Thursday, September the 4th. Home match as they take on Hagerstown Community College. That one is at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do hope to be on the call with you for that one as well. As Miles and I have had a swarm of sweat bees continuously bother us here in the top of the booth. The Raptors are chasing after the ball in their defensive third again, as it looks like we will have a handball. Those of you watching are not going to believe this. I can looking at Miles right now, and his mouth is just agape because we have another stoppage and another yellow card, and Miles can't believe it. It's something that haven't seen much of today, as I believe that puts the Raptors at their 11th yellow card. Tally goes in hard, not able to win the ball. Ball's bouncing around a little bit here as we are approaching 5 minutes to play. Ball played deep, couple Raptors chasing after it, and that is cleared by number 21, Fernando Martinez, who's done an excellent job there in that center defensive role. Here's number 9, Mbamba, who hasn't been as electric in the second half, but he had a fantastic first half. Both teams going to make a pair of substitutions here. Let's try to grab these for you as they come in. It's like number 31, Joshua Dufault, and number 24, Bruns, are back in. Bruns was injured earlier, so now he is back. Dancing on the near side, that is number 31, Dufour. He loses that one, and it will go out of play. So we reach the 87th minute. Falcons just trying to get this one to the finish line without any more injuries, any more yellow cards. Maybe another goal as Talley has dribbled all the way down. That ball shot and high. If you're the Raptors, things that you can build on the second half. The first half, the second half looked pretty good. Offensively, you had more chances. You only gave up 1 goal in the second half, and honestly, that was because you were down 2 men, most likely. But the things you've got to work on, one, the offense struggled in that first half. Some lineup changes helped in the second half, but some true lacks of composure and ability to kind of adapt to the referee's play or the referee's foul calling system caused some issues. For the Falcons, overall pretty strong day. I'd say their second half they struggled a bit more. Didn't see Mbamba and Utah have as much of an impact in the second half. But they were electric in the first half. So was number 7, Shelby, and number 26, Kai. Those center backs in the back, Saunders, Donzetti, Amaral, those guys all played really well. Bernardo as well. Both teams, a lot of yellows and things of that nature definitely caused some issues. As we will have a stoppage in play, it looks like there was a possible handball, and it is going to give the Raptors a chance to score a goal. So the Raptors with a chance here to get on the board. This is going to be number 9, Oscar Alvarado, taking this penalty kick. Let's see what happens. Alvarado, kick, saved, rebound, saved! Unbelievable! Are you kidding me? Decola Douglas, are you kidding me? Not 1 save, but 2 saves off the penalty kick. Unbelievable play there by that young man. And he stops the Raptors from getting on the board. Just when you thought the Raptors were going to get a chance to get rid of that goose egg, Decola Douglas said, not today. Douglas really played well in the second half. I think he's made a case to coach, hey, I know McCall made some beautiful saves in that first half, but coach, put me in, I'm ready to play. And he delivered in that penalty kick. Breakaway opportunity here. Nice save by Fernandez Mendia, breaking that one down as the Raptors have 30 seconds to go here in this one. Reminder to keep track of all things Raptors at mcraptors.com. Thanks for tuning in to this broadcast on the Montgomery College YouTube channel. Caleb Scarborough on the call here with you. Hope to be on the call with you later this week as your Raptors will have some home matchups. And a huge thank you to my man Miles on the camera, taking care of us, keeping the scoreboard and the camera run. As the clock hits 0 here at Montgomery College, Raptors drop this one 3-0 as the Falcons take this matchup between two top 25 programs. As I said, keep track of all things Raptors at mcraptors.com. Until next time, we'll see you later here at Montgomery College.